My Weird School, Book number 21. Miss Krup Cracks Me Up. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pellot. Chapter 5. The Scary Dead Zombie Buffalo. Miss Krup took a bunch of flashlights out of a box and gave one to each of us. Then we went off to search for the missing T-Rex. Everybody was whispering and slinking around like secret agents. It was cool. Me and the guys pointed our flashlights up from our chins and made scary faces at the girls. The first floor of the museum is where we keep most of our dioramas, said Miss Krup. I had diorama once, I told her. My mom gave me some yucky pink medicine, and it went away. That's diarrhea, dumbhead, Andrea said. You had diarrhea. So does your face, I said. Those diorama things were cool. Each one was a little room with animal statues and scenery behind glass. We saw pandas, gorillas, monkeys, beavers, reindeer, bighorn sheep, polar bears, and a moose. The sign next to the moose said it weighs a half a ton and eats 20,000 leaves a day. That thing should definitely go to Weight Watchers. But next to the moose was a buffalo, and it was even bigger. We pressed our noses against the glass so we could see it better. It looks so real, Andrea said. It is real, Miss Krup told us. These animals aren't statues, they're the real thing. That means they're dead? Asked Michael. That's right, said Miss Krup. Just then I thought I heard scary music playing in the background. It was like a movie I saw once. Somebody said the word dead and scary music started playing. I'm scared, said Emily. If that thing was a zombie buffalo, I whispered, it could jump out at us, and then we'd become zombies too. My uncle lives in Buffalo, said Neil the Nude Kid. Your uncle lives in a buffalo? I asked. Why doesn't he live in a house like a normal person? It's Buffalo, New York, said Andrea. I knew that, I lied. It would be weird to live in a buffalo. I know a song about buffaloes, Emily said. Would you like to sing it for us? Asked Miss Krup. Emily nodded and began to sing. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the cantaloupe play. Well, everybody just about died laughing. I slapped my head. It's not cantaloupe, dumbhead, I told Emily. It's antelope. Cantaloupes can't play. They're melons. Emily started crying, of course. What a crybaby. I bet you would have run away, too, if there weren't scary dead animals all over the place. Miss Krup made us tell Emily we were sorry. Next to the buffalo was another diorama with some skunks and an opossum in it. These are nocturnal animals, Miss Krup told us. Does anybody know what nocturnal means? Needless to say, Miss Marty Pants Know-It-All was waving her hand in the air. Nocturnal animals sleep during the day and come out at night, Andrea said, all proud of herself. Why doesn't a nocturnal animal fall on her head? I hate her. That's right, Andrea, said Miss Krup. Some people claim that our nocturnal friends walk around the museum in the middle of the night. That's scary, Emily said. It is not. That girl thinks everything is scary. Miss Krup showed us the rest of the dioramas on the first floor, but we never found the missing T-Rex. What's in that room, Miss Krup? Andrea asked when we passed a door next to the stairs. Oh, that's a secret room, Miss Krup replied. Ooh, what's in the secret room? We all asked. If I told you, said Miss Krup, then it wouldn't be secret. Please, 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 please. Anytime a grown-up won't tell you something, just say please until they can't stand it anymore. That's the first rule of being a kid. Miss Krup finally said. Are you boys and girls really good at keeping secrets? Yes, we all shouted. Well, said Miss Krup, so am I. And she started climbing up the stairs to the second floor. Bummer in the summer. Chapter 6. The Hall of Dinosaurs. There were about 1,100,000 stairs to climb, but when I got to the top, I saw the most amazing thing in the history of the world. No, it wasn't another candy machine. It was the missing Tyrannosaurus Rex. Aha, said Miss Krup. There he is. Rexy, you are a naughty boy. Wow, we all said, which is Mom upside down. Rexy was amazing. Miss Krup told us that Tyrannosaurus Rex means Tyrant Lizard King. She also told us that Rexy is 20 feet tall, but his arms are shorter than ours, and he only has 2 fingers on each hand. Look at his teeth, said Ryan. They could crunch through bone, Miss Krup told us. That thing would bite your head off in a minute, I said. Hey, Ryan said, if T-Rex and Giganotosaurus got into a fight, who do you think would win? Giganotosaurus would kick T-Rex's butt, said Michael. No way, said Neil. T-Rex would kick Giganotosaurus's butt. Neither of you is right, Miss Krup said. These 2 meat-eaters would never fight. They lived millions of years apart. I still say T-Rex would kick his butt, said Neil the Nude Kid. There was a model T-Rex skull that we could look at close up. I put my head in its mouth and Ryan took a picture with his camera. It was a real Kodak moment. Then all the other copycats put their heads in T-Rex's mouth for the fun of it. Well, except for Emily, who was too scared. The room was called the Hall of Dinosaurs. We got to see a Stegosaurus and a Triceratops and some other dinosaurs too. We learned all kinds of cool stuff. Did you know that some dinosaurs swallowed rocks to break up the food in their stomach? Yuck! We saw real dinosaur eggs and footprints too. Miss Krup showed us how to make fossil rubbings that we could take home. She let us hunt for dinosaur bones in a big sandbox, but I didn't find any. Then she gave us dinosaur-shaped graham crackers for a snack. Dinosaurs are the coolest animals in the history of the world, I told everybody. And we got to see them dead and in person. Kids can learn a lot from dead animals, Miss Krup said, but we also have live animals at the museum. Live animals? Emily said, looking all scared. Sure, said Miss Krup. Follow me. Chapter 7. It's alive. Miss Krup led us to a room with a sign over the door that said, It's alive. We went inside and saw lots of animals in cages, snakes, tortoises, South American poison dart frogs, and a blue-tongued skink. They were awesome. These animal friends help us teach people about conservation and the environment, Miss Krup told us. They also help us learn to respect wildlife. Miss Krup led us into another room that was really cool because there were butterflies all over the place. Look, a giant swallowtail, Miss Krup said, and there's a California dog face. We have 30 different species. In here, the butterflies are free. Great, I said. I'll take 10 of them. That means they're free to fly wherever they want, Arlo, said Andrea, rolling her eyes. I knew that, I lied. Bummer, I thought they were giving butterflies away. Next, Miss Krup took us to the creepy critters room. She was all excited, running from cage to tell us about the giant desert hairy scorpion, the funnel web spider, the velvet ant, and the Mexican red knee tarantula. They were gross, but cool. I kept an eye on Mr. Docker to see if he was going to eat any of the bugs. 80% of the Earth's living creatures are insects, Miss Krup told us. So you're in good company, Arlo, Andrea said. I was going to say something mean back to Andrea, but I didn't get the chance because Miss Krup pulled this disgusting brown thing with wings out of a cage and held it up for us to see. It was about 4 inches long. This is General Muffin, she said. He's a very rare hissing cockroach from Madagascar. Wow, we all said, which is Mom upside down. Miss Krup told us that most cockroaches have 18 knees, and they can live for a week after their head is cut off. What do they eat? Asked Emily. They eat girls named Emily, I said, and everybody laughed. Well, except for Emily. Cockroaches will eat almost anything, Miss Krup said. General Muffin even likes to eat candy. Why is he called a hissing cockroach? Asked Andrea, who has to know everything. Because General Muffin can hiss by pushing air through a hole in his tummy, said Miss Krup. Make him hiss, we all chanted. Make him hiss. The General only hisses when he's disturbed, said Miss Krup. But he's so used to being handled that he hardly ever hisses. Would anyone like to hold General Muffin? No way, we all shouted. Psst, AJ, Michael whispered. I dare you to hold the cockroach. Forget it, I said. I'm not touching that thing. AJ, if you don't hold the cockroach, it means you love Andrea. What? I said. I didn't see what holding a cockroach had to do with Andrea, except that they were both gross. I sure didn't want to hold a disgusting cockroach, but I didn't want anybody to think I loved Andrea either. I was faced with the hardest decision of my life. If I didn't hold the cockroach, the guys would think I loved Andrea. But if I held the cockroach, then, well, I would have to hold the disgusting cockroach. I couldn't decide what to do. I thought so hard that my brain hurt. I'll hold it, I finally said. Everybody cheered. Miss Krup told me to put my palm out flat. Then she placed General Muffin on it. Ew, yuck! There was a giant hissing cockroach sitting on my hand. I thought I was gonna throw up. And that's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. General Muffin jumped off my hand. Chapter 8. We have a problem. Eek! He's getting away! Run for your lives, said Neil the Nude Kid. After General Muffin jumped off my hand, he ran under a table, so we lost sight of him. Everybody was yelling and screaming and freaking out. You should have been there. Now look what you've done, Arlo, shouted Andrea. I didn't do anything, I shouted back at her. Miss Krup pulled out her walkie-talkie. Chief, we have a problem, she shouted. General Muffin is missing. General Muffin is hissing? A voice replied. So what? Not hissing, Miss Krup said. Missing. We all hid in the corner while Miss Krup searched for General Muffin on her hands and knees. She couldn't find him anywhere. I don't like this place, Emily whispered. I want to go home. For once, I agreed with her. I didn't want a missing, hissing cockroach crawling up my leg. The grown-ups led us down the hall into an auditorium. You'll be safe in here, Ryan's mom told us. They are going to show you a video. We'll find General Muffin. We watched a movie called Our Reptile Friends. We learned lots of stuff about reptiles, like snakes can still hear even though they don't have ears. So be careful what you say around snakes. The video was pretty cool, but I still don't want to make friends with any reptiles. I was getting tired. Some of the kids fell asleep in the middle of the video. When it was over, the grown-ups came back to get us. Did you catch General Muffin? We all asked. He's in a safe place, Miss Krup said. Whew, that was a relief. There was no way I would be able to sleep, knowing a giant hissing cockroach from Madagascar was running around. Miss Krup and the other grown-ups walked us back down to the first floor. Our sleeping bags were spread out under Giganotosaurus, right next to the giant bear. It was gonna be cool to sleep next to a bear and under a dinosaur, and the best part was that we didn't have to brush our teeth. The grown-ups drank some coffee and talked about the weather for a few minutes. Then they climbed into their sleeping bags too. Good night, everyone, said Miss Krup. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, we all said. I'm scared, said that crybaby Emily. Don't worry, Ryan's mom said. Giganotosaurus will protect you. I didn't see how something that died 95 million years ago was going to protect anybody. But that was Emily's problem. I climbed into my Batman sleeping bag. The floor was hard and cold. I started thinking about Batman. I wondered if the opposite of Batman is Man-Bat or Nam-Tab, or maybe the opposite of Batman is not Batman. I couldn't fall asleep. It was creepy looking up at Giganotosaurus in the dark. So I thought about the cool dead and live animals we had seen. I thought about the secret room and wondered what was in it. Psst, Ryan, I whispered. Ryan didn't answer. He was asleep. Everybody was quiet. You could hear a pin drop in the museum. I think I was the only one who was still awake. That's when I heard it. A horrible noise. It was some kind of a monster, and it was right near me. It sounded like a giant nocturnal meat eater, and it was about to eat me alive.